Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you are now listening to the greatest podcast on the planet. And I am one of your hosts, Big Jack, a.k.a. The Great One. What's going on, everybody? It's Buddy, a.k.a. Camouflage, and you are now listening to the Sports Cypher.
This is Miles, and you are now tuned in and tuned up for the Sports Cypher.
What's good? This is Ricardo, aka the reason why your girl disappears on football Sundays. And you are tuned into the Sports Cypher.
This is Blade, aka the Ace of Spades. They save the best for last on Sports Cypher.
Give the people what they want.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Sports Cypher. Starting off, we here at the Sports Cypher would like to say rest in peace to a good boxer that died recently in the ring. Blaze, you want to give us a little more info on that?
His name is Maxim Dadashev. He was a Russian national. The fight was, I didn't see the fight. It was on Friday, and it went to 11th round. And his trainer wanted to throw in the towel, but from the 8th round, then he refused. He said no, and then he finally threw in the towel. And when he was leaving, he fainted, and they had to put him in a coma. They had to put him in a mentally induced coma.
Medically induced coma.
Yeah, medically induced coma, and he died yesterday. So rest in peace to the guy. Boxer. His wife was in Russia. She just made it back in time, and he died. It's pretty sad.
Yeah, he also had a child. Yeah, condolences to him. He also had a child as well. He was 13. He was 13 and he was fighting for his green card as well. 5'10", 140, 7-inch reach. He also had to have pressure relief from off his brain with the blood, which, like Blaze said, he wound up going into a medically induced coma. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people was worried about how they handled him after the match. They was letting him walk. He was barely able to walk, throwing up. So a lot of people was like, why didn't they just get him on a stretcher and just get him right out? Why they had this man walking until he finally collapsed? He was barely able to make it downstairs and stuff like that. And it was just a bad. Oh, and also I wanted to ask Blade about this too. Did he fight too soon, Blake? Because when he fought, it was only 118 days after his last fight, which really like 3.5 months.
I was saying that, but the thing about some of these guys, they do that. The thing about these Russian guys, they're built. They think they're indestructible. So I personally thought he didn't want to get a stretcher. He didn't want to go out like that. I think he didn't want to go out because he didn't even want the trainer to throw in the towel.
Yep. Buddy McGirt, the trainer. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't even want the trainer to turn in the towel. He was fighting it.
But here's my thing, guys. Your trainer, your people in your corner, they should have your
best interest.
Health. Yeah, your health should be foremost, right? So even if you say no, keep me in, I think it's their job to be like, they're throwing the towel in the 8th. I mean, who knows? Those 3 extra
you're right.
rounds of punishment might have been, you can't have the boxer make that decision for you.
Yes.
That's your main job, really, to make sure your boxer is safe. I mean,
yeah, that's like let's bring up football. That's like what's his name when he played for Redskins and he didn't want to come out.
RG3. It's just like Mm-hmm.
Well, exactly the difference would be that boxing isn't a team sport as far as the accolades go to. So
true,
it's a little
different. But we just talking about
injury is an injury. When the sideline knows you hurt, or when the boxing trainer
to go back in that RG3 to go back in that game.
Yeah.
What you saying, Jay?
Now I blame.
But
RG3
wanted to go back in that game too.
Right, but it shouldn't. I don't think it should have been his decision. Like that's the That's why we're saying it's the.
But see, that's why I say it's different because boxing doesn't have anyone to answer to
Yeah, you
that.
do. You
Yeah,
have
they
your
do.
trainer. That's
Your
your
trainer.
Yeah,
trainer.
They
but
Your
have.
trainer.
in
And your
football
cut
they can
man.
get
Your trainer
the
and your
team
cut
can
man.
get in trouble or something for that. In
Well,
boxing,
that's
who's going to get in trouble?
right.
Right now, the trainer could get in trouble because that's what they're talking about right now. A lot of people are saying
Oh.
that he should have threw in the towel in the 8th round.
But he said, but I did
But
read
that's
he was
his
begging and
choice. That's
asking
his
him.
choice.
Like he was asking him to. He was like, "Come on, let me throw in the towel." And the boxer was saying, "No." That
No,
goes
but
back to
I
what
guess that's
that goes back to what
That's the point that
Ricardo
we're
was
trying to
talking
make.
about.
It's
like
not.
Yeah,
It
that goes back to
shouldn't
what
be
Ricardo
up
was talking
to.
about.
It shouldn't be up to the
The
boxer.
boxer.
It shouldn't be up to the boxer.
But it is, though.
Once your corner sees that you are in bad shape, I blame it on the corner and the ref because those are the two people who should know.
who
Look,
have the
you can't.
decision. Yeah.
You can't. When
But
the ref
okay,
wipes those gloves on his shirt and asks you, "Are you okay?" They're looking in your eyes, and a good ref can see that. Man,
Yeah.
I look, and a lot
You're
of them be
right.
like, "I'm gonna give you one more round or a little bit more time. If I don't see no improvement, I'm stopping the
Yeah, see,
fight."
keep your hands up. They'll
Yeah,
tell you if you don't keep your hands up,
I'm
I'm
stopping the
stopping the
fight.
fight.
They should have stopped that fight.
Yeah.
Whether he wanted to stop the fight or not, that's just been an argument for the locker room. And then,
But
and
Yeah.
then, as far as you were
Mhm.
saying, getting criticized for not carrying him out of the ring, that goes along with him not wanting the fight to stop. He's probably refusing. No, I can walk out because a fighter.
Mhm.
That's the last thing that a
Exactly.
fighter wants is to be carried out of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last thing.
Exactly.
Look, let me walk out of this arena and do it like that. So that's all on him putting that
Well,
putting that
mhm.
uh that pressure on his team. Like, no, you're not gonna carry me out. No, you're not gonna stop the fight. But they should
see,
have
I don't
stopped
you,
that
think
you
fight.
know
enough.
what?
I
You know
don't
what,
think
Jay?
enough responsibility falls on the boxer because the boxer at the end of the day knows how he's feeling and knows what's really going on, even though his pride won't let him stop it. You
Yeah,
can't put it all on someone else. You have to put a lot of it on the for not stopping
But
the
I
fight.
do.
you have to put it on the boxer for the simple fact that the boxer, a true fighter is not gonna say when he's hurt. A true fighter is not gonna say, "Look, I'm hurt. I can't do it no more." It's rare. It's rare that some boxers have just quit. Like, I can't do it no more.
See,
All of
yeah,
them are gonna fight and keep on fighting. It's the
I
corner's job to be like, "Yo, you can't do it no more. I'm stopping the fight."
yeah. See, I halfway disagree with Jamal here because athletes, just by nature of them being at the top of their game, they
Hmm.
don't know when to quit. So
No,
Yep.
that's
true.
why it's
That's
up
true.
for
True.
the people. I'll give you an example like with baseball, right? When a pitcher's running out of energy and the manager comes out, "You got any more in the tank?" They look him in the eyes and sometimes they take the ball from him and they go, "Nah, man, you done. You don't want to blow out your
Sometimes.
arm or
Prime
yeah,
example. Prime
Sometimes,
example, Ricardo.
sometimes they
I
sometimes they
just
get the
saw.
get the play picture. I mean, the person they're facing too.
that's true. Yeah.
I
And
just saw what y'all. I believe you posted. Was it either yesterday or the day before? The one guy who got hit in the face with the ball and kept
Yeah, the
on
Yankee,
rolling.
yeah. And they
Now, I
took him
don't know
out.
if
who?
anything happened after that, but
Mhm.
at that point, 100 miles per hour hitting you in the face, they should
Yeah.
have set his ass down.
Luke
Well,
Voigt,
they wound up taking him out later, but he
yeah,
stood in
yeah.
for a
Luke
couple
Luke Voigt
innings.
got hit in the
Luke
chin
Voigt,
with a 91 mile per hour
mile per
fastball.
hour, yeah.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say what Jamal is kind of right to an extent that's different from football because the head coach controls the team, so he
Yeah.
controls what RG3 be in the game. A trainer, I understand that's what Jack and
Yeah, it's
Cotto
different.
is kind of elaborate on because the trainer works for the boxer. So if the boxer's telling you
Exactly.
no, you gotta listen to him to a certain extent. But I do understand what Jack and Ricardo is coming out with. Like, man, you should have just threw it anyway. Which he did say after 11th round, I'd rather have my boxer mad at me than him being
But
hurt so bad.
But
But he
the
should have
trainer
did it
can't
earlier.
throw the towel in, can
Yeah.
he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes,
The
he
that,
boxer
can.
has
yeah,
to.
he
Yes, he
did.
can.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he did it in the 11th.
He did
Yeah,
it.
the trainer can throw it. If the
Okay.
trainer
but
sees
he
that you ain't doing right,
But
he
like
can
Blaze
stop that
said,
fight.
yeah,
he
but like
threw it in
Blaze said,
3
he was trying to
rounds
throw it in
later.
the
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, if
and
that's the
actually, the
case, he
reason
should have
why
just threw it in there.
yeah, but when it was the 8th round, he told him, "Look, I want to throw in the towel," and he said, "If you don't keep your hands up, the way you're going, the referee's going to stop the fight."
Mhm.
And he begged him not to, so he let him continue, and now this guy now he's all torn up.
Yeah, yeah, he's torn
Oh
up big
yeah.
time. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
torn up
Yeah,
big time. Buddy
If
McGirt.
if I'm not
Buddy McGirt.
mistaken, and Buddy McGirt is
He's a trainer for the
he's
boxer that
yeah,
does.
but he's a what's the word, veteran trainer. So, if I'm not mistaken, Buddy McGirt, I think they got the name right. He's a veteran trainer, so he should have known.
Well,
Let's stop this.
remember the dude from Philly? That he was a boxer, but he had more of a street fighting technique, and he ended up.
Who are you
Bernard
talking about?
Hopkins?
Rocky?
I don't remember his name, but I know after that fight, he was never the same mentally again.
No,
And
Bernard
he-
Hopkins fought until he was an old man.
Nah, I think I know who
was
you're
hard
talking about.
watching Bernard Hopkins at the end, man. Oh,
and also
boy.
let's keep in mind too, when you physically fighting and punching somebody in the face, you do have to expect, brain injury sometimes.
Well, somebody did speak on that. They were like, even during training, you got to expect these dudes to have light concussions at times for constantly get hit in the head, even though they have their
Light
the protection.
Well, they have the same injury as football players.
Mhm.
Yeah,
They get it
CTE.
worse.
Yeah.
CTE. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like, Blade, did you think he fought too soon off the 3.5 months, man?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Some of these guys, like, honestly, I think he was losing, and I personally think they should have stopped the fight.
Yeah.
In 8th round, the referee might lose his license. They're saying they're because I was listening on the radio today. Because I listen to sports, a boxing station, and they were saying that the referee might even lose his license for that.
Hey, buddy, one quick question. So you said he fought 3.5 months after his last fight.
Yeah,
right?
118 days. That's like 3.5. That's almost 4 months, right?
But how did his last match go? Because maybe he didn't even get touched.
He won.
Because maybe if it was
he won. Yeah, he was undefeated. Yeah, he was undefeated.
He won, but how much damage did he take?
Yeah,
that's true. I don't know.
The thing.
I don't know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about.
That's why a lot of fights. Yeah, it's rare. It's rare that a fighter fights 3 months after a fight.
That sounds extremely soon. I mean,
that's why I was asking because I didn't really know about it. What you about to say, Mom?
What was the cause of death?
Oh man, he probably internal. His brain was swollen.
It had to be.
I think it was a brain hemorrhage. Was the actual
he had a brain hemorrhage, which they wound up putting him into a medically induced coma because of the pressure. To relieve the pressure. And,
I understand the medical, but I'm just saying, what was the specific reason that he died?
Yeah, I don't even know
if they came out with that yet.
I think the preliminary was brain hemorrhage, but
brain hemorrage. I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah. The brain just
so we
kept
had bleeding in his brain.
Yeah, but just kept bleeding.
Yep. But hey, regardless, rest
condolences
in peace. Condolences to the family.
Rest in peace.
Yep. Most definitely.
If anything,
man, we started off our last 3 shows, man.
It's pretty sad,
right? Yeah.
Hey, if anything from this boxing, man, I hope the commission, the higher ups, take heed to this and actually put a boot in the trainer's ass. Is like, don't listen to your fighter. If you see, because you can see you're training this guy on a constant basis. You're fighting in the ring. You're watching them spar. You know when your fighter is hurt. A good trainer knows when this fighter is hurt. They need to stop that fight and not listen to what the boxer says.
Let me ask you one more question before we wrap this part up, right? What would you think if the different boxing organizations, what if they actually had a doctor on hand who can independently make these decisions?
They do.
Oh, they do.
They do.
They have a ringside doctor. The doctor comes up to the ring and looks him over, and at that point, the doctor can look in his eyes and be like, "Nah, you can't go on." It's been a lot of fights stopped by the doctor just coming up to the ring and be like, "Nah." Once they do that little examination, they're like, "Nah, you can't go on," and they stop the fight. So, I don't know where the doctor was.
I was just gonna ask, where was the doctor?
Yeah,
but I don't know what level of boxer this was. I don't think this was some of the top echelon or one of the 6 belt.
It doesn't matter, man. Whether you're amateur up, there's a doctor ringside.
Yeah, it's a professional fight. It was a professional fight, though.
Okay. Well,
let's get to
this Manny Pacquiao.
But Manny, I said before that I thought Manny Pacquiao was on his last leg. He needs to retire, and I'm here to be the first one to say I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong because, I guess Pac-Man is still eating them up.
Well, I ain't gonna say. I think he won by a decision. I think he won by a split decision. It wasn't a true eat up. It was maintaining and going the distance.
Yeah,
I thought he got robbed on that one. He should have he won that fight.
Okay.
I watched that fight and he knocked the guy down the first round. He decided to fight when he started fighting. Like, he starts slow, and you can't be doing that. Manny Pacquiao got all the points the first 6 rounds.
Yeah,
he won the first 6 rounds. Then he started coming on the 7th, 8th, and 9th. He won.
Yeah.
But it was too late. I personally think Manny won that fight hands down. I have a cousin that lost about $900 on that fight. He asked me if I wanted a piece of the action, and I was like, I don't know about that one.
Oops, I'm sorry, boy.
I usually like I tell you guys, I usually bet on black, but I didn't this time. I couldn't. Manny, and I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yeah.
So now Manny's gonna fight either the winner of Sean Porter against Spence. So that fight's in September, and whoever wins that fight, Manny's supposed to fight them in January, right after Christmas.
Okay. All right then, man.
But that I watched that fight, and Manny, he destroyed. Like I don't know if he's taking some super special kung fu drugs or some Asian medicine or something, but he didn't act like a 40-year-old man. So.
Man, he's over there.
Why would you say kung fu drugs? You throwing a jab at his
Asian heritage.
At his Asian heritage.
Okay.
Man. Well,
Asian,
fu?
Asian people always have
Here we go.
The views of Blaze.
Thank you.
It's only Blaze and not the rest of the group.
Thank
of the
you.
Sports Cypher podcast.
Well, I'm going to say,
the
so
Asian
let me
community coming at the Sports Cypher.
Please don't do nothing to my poke fried rice.
Okay,
all right, let's move on. Y'all just adding gas to the fire.
Hold on, one more comment. The thing about it is, the Asian people have their secret remedies. I have some secret remedies that I use, and
got tiger penis, huh?
Good to keep the yang up.
We go long. Ricardo, Ricardo, Tiger Ball.
That dude said tiger penis.
So that's where you get the thunder from. The thunder come from the Asian community.
Yes.
Thanks, Asian community. We love you for that. We love you for your remedies.
You know that. My wife loves that. Thunder strike.
I bet she does.
Hey,
oh my Lord.
Asian community, you're responsible for Blaze and his thunder over there. Thanks,
in his happy marriage. So
in his happy marriage. You keep him going strong all day long.
You gotta get some
let's say it one time for him. Let's say it one time for him. Thunder strike. Let's get into this OBJ Odell, man. For sure, man. Odell Beckham has hit the GQ with one of the most talked about interviews, at least by us. Ricardo, what you got?
So yesterday, GQ released an interview they did with Odell Beckham Jr., and it was really long and in-depth. He really spoke about his feelings right after the trade. He mentioned the trade from the New York Giants to the Cleveland Browns. He spoke about how he felt a bit disrespected and betrayed by the organization. More disrespected. He said that he loves the ownership, John Mara, for giving the opportunity. He said he had no issue with them, and he felt they treated him like family. His issues with the general manager, correct, guys?
Yep.
Dave Gettleman,
the GM.
yeah.
And the coach.
Look, let me tell you,
coach too.
What the coach did, that was real slick and grimy, in my opinion. So he says in the article, after he gets traded, the coach comes, "Oh yeah, I just heard about the trade." He's like, "What do you mean you just heard? You're responsible for it. You wanted me gone. Like, why are you lying to me, acting like it's a shock to you that I got traded,
That's the New Yorkers, man. That's the New Yorkers.
Nah, he's from Boston, man. I blame it. That's
okay.
General manager's from Boston, and I don't know where the head coach of our head coach is from originally.
I forgot his name that fast. He was the offensive coordinator for the Vikings for 1 year.
Oh man, I can't remember his name either. And I'm a Giants fan. I can't remember dude.
I know, but you so bad he was a part of the Odell tree. Just forget his name in general.
I just call him that bum. That's all I call him.
That bum.
That bum.
Okay.
That bum that got Odell traded. So he also went on to talk about his perceived antics on the field. And he made mention that the interviewer asked him straight up, "Do you feel that a lot of the negative perception you have is because you're black?" And he said, "Absolutely." He says, "When I get angry on the field, and I kick the kicking net, or I scream, I'm a bad actor. I'm a distraction. But when Tom Brady does it, he's feisty. He's trying to get
Curses
his
the players out. Curses
the
yells at the
refs out.
coaches.
He's competitive.
It's
He's competitive.
Yeah.
He's very competitive. He wears this game on his sleeve. He's very emotional and all that mess.
They also said
stuff.
that because he had 6 rings, but Odell was like, I want to win 6 rings too. So I'm just as competitive as Brady,
Right. Yep.
And then he also talked about how he looked at off the field, like Rob Gronkowski. He could go and party and
in
Vegas.
Man,
he's a fun-loving guy, but when Odell do it, he's a
troublemaker. He's a thug.
Right.
But the thing that got to me is that he says, "I never got arrested. I never beat no woman.
He said, I never put my hand on a woman in my life." Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He goes, and they perceive me as a bad apple.
Because he's outspoken.
That's true. I mean, think about it. I mean, what has Odell ever done off the field that make you go, "Oh well, I don't know about that guy"?
He's got blonde hair.
I won't party with Odell.
You want to party with Odell?
Man, he got the white girl. He got the models. You know what I'm saying? I want to party with Odell.
Oh yeah, he also. I'm glad you brought that up, Maul.
You got the weed in the pizza.
I'm glad you brought that up, dog. Like he did say he don't want to let nobody knows his private life. He's like he keep that line separate. He's like y'all don't need to know my private life.
And
I don't who I'm dating and stuff. He's like y'all don't need to know that. But that's the only one bad thing I can say that we don't know what it was when he had that video with the powder on his lip and by his nose. Like I know Stephen A. Smith was like, "Oh, that could have been powdered sugar." So
I mean, he never tested. He never tested positive. He never failed no drug test.
True.
So,
Yeah.
So
he had just finished a powdered donut.
Yeah, it was a beignet from New Orleans. But go ahead, Mark.
At the same time, there's nothing wrong with partying hard because if you work hard, you deserve to play hard.
True.
It's just the balance of life.
So the last time the Giants were in the playoffs and they played the Packers and they got destroyed by the Packers, right?
Yeah, by 40 or something. Yeah.
Odell had a terrible game. Victor Cruz had a terrible game. And I remember there was a video that came out of them partying in Miami like a day or two before, right?
Yeah.
And here in New York, everybody's like, "Oh, what are these guys doing? They should be out." I don't know what they should have been doing instead. I mean, I guess in the gym or something. I don't know. And that leads me to a comment that Le'Veon Bell said, because I think this is a good segue. Because I feel that this is something that
I don't feel they should have partied before that game. But
many fans get this twisted. Le'Veon Bell, he said, "Some of my critics who think I don't focus on football enough." He's like, "What, you think Beyonce sing every single day?"
All day, every day. He said all day, every day.
That's true.
All day, every day. He's like, just because you're really good at something, you're professional, that doesn't mean you have to do it every single day.
Every day.
No, you have to prioritize.
Yep.
And it's nothing wrong with partying, but don't party before you play the game. Party after.
Yeah, that's true. But Odell did talk about his days. He's like, he gets to the facility at 5:30 in the morning.
He work hard.
Leaves at 5:30 in the evening. Then he goes to have 2 hours of rehab. And then the rest of his time he has for him and his family before he got to get up at 5:30 again the next morning.
Yeah, he's got 6 hours.
Yeah, 6 hours.
And that is a lot.
But here's the thing too. Would I prefer them not party before a playoff game? Yeah, but I'll say this too. You party the night before. It ain't like you got to be up at 7 in the morning. I mean, the football game is not
till the playoffs be in the evening
like
too.
6, 7, 8 o'clock.
But think about it, Cardo.
But it was 2 days before.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It wasn't even the. I think it was 48 hours before. It was in Miami.
So think about it. What if you wake up and you got a hangover? Now you got to take care of that. Now you got to.
Yeah, but again, this wasn't even the day before. This was 2 days before the NFC.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Me personally, I would have saved it until after the game. But
you know what, fellas? What about the players that do party that we don't get to hear about? Blaze know about the infamous 90s Cowboys That boy Irvin doing coke all night, and then waking up
Man,
and balling.
Irvin was doing coke in the locker room.
what about Lawrence Taylor?
I mean,
My
it's a lot of
God.
players that did coke that played a good game the next day.
Lawrence Taylor was snorting that
Well,
sugar booger
Look
with
at
5
Dwight
hookers
Gooden.
the night
Dwight
before a
Gooden.
game. Like
Daryl Strawberry.
Darryl Strawberry.
I partied at T.O.'s club.
Yeah.
In Dallas. I was partying with
And
T.O.'s club.
And basketball players, they party a lot before games, man.
I mean, whatever. But I do think that was something to what Odell said also about him being black, because it says you got to remember who colonized this country and who owns the teams in football.
Yeah.
Look at where we are. Like, be conscious of where we are. Of course, black people are always going to be stereotyped.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, but the thing about it is I think they manufactured that, saying that he was a bad thorn in the team, because he wasn't doing bad. Like there's not one of his colleagues that came out and said, yeah, Odell was bad, Odell was doing this. No one came out and said anything. Nobody. Come on, like, at least someone would have came out and said, look what happened with the Steelers. The locker room was divided. No one came out and said that Odell was a bad influence.
Yep.
No, yeah. Odell's a good player.
In today's day and age, you're absolutely right. But in today's day and age, we would have definitely, like we heard when T.O. got into it with the Eagles, with him and Hugh Douglas got into that fight, and people wasn't feeling him. Like we heard the Cowboys locker room was divided a little bit with that. Like we would definitely hear if the players didn't like Odell. You absolutely right.
Yeah. Odell's a good dude, as far as I can tell.
He is.
I'd rather have him than AB. That's for sure.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, I'm mad he didn't go to Baltimore, but that's a whole different story. Anyway.
Well, he got traded, so he had no.
Yeah, he got traded.
Hey, going on to Tyreek Hill, man. Tyreek Hill. Woo, Jamal, you want to start with something about Tyreek Hill?
Oh man, bro ain't get suspended, man. They that's good. I wish I would have took him in more drafts like Cam did.
Man, that cat lucked up on that one, bro.
Man, Tyreek.
Do you think it's over?
You need to give the rest of us the cheat code.
I think it's over for now until he does something stupid again.
I think you need to stop doing stupid stuff and play football.
Basically,
and
he does play football.
Be grateful and look forward. And if I draft you, show out for me because I want to win. And Tyreek Hill, good job, man.
Well, let me say this, man. I'm gonna say this. I'll be the first one to say it. I was definitely wrong. I thought he was gonna get prosecuted, man. And if he would have got prosecuted, I still to this day believe that it would have been over for him for the rest of his career. But he didn't. He was found.
I
not
think
guilty.
the NFL did.
And the process.
So I'm sorry.
And the prosecutor.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the prosecutor said that he couldn't find nothing. He said he believed he's guilty, kind of like with OJ, but he said he couldn't find nothing. So the NFL can't suspend him. So like I said, I was totally wrong. But
you gotta bring OJ. You gotta bring OJ.
NFL.
Well, it's kind of like I just brought that up because the prosecutor still felt like he did it, but he couldn't find no evidence. Well,
it's a little different because the dude did call OJ a nigga, so that's a little different.
Hey, OJ, the glove didn't fit.
If the glove doesn't
fit,
you must quit.
I thought the NFL did a terrible job here. They should have suspended this.
Elaborate.
First of all, he doesn't have to be prosecuted or convicted to be suspended by the NFL. Yeah. One has nothing to do with the other. They should have suspended him just for his comments alone. Remember,
just from the recording
alone, he said.
Yeah, but the recording was taken out of content, right?
Wait.
Hold on. Let him finish. I'm gonna say something about that.
When he said, "Yeah, well, you better be afraid of me, bitch." How is that taken out of context, bro? Like,
I never see any
threat. No, he said you have to be afraid of me also. That's what he said.
Yeah. He said you also got to be afraid of me.
No, you said you got to be afraid of me also, bitch. Yeah,
the B. Yeah,
or what?
Yeah.
No.
So what if he would have said "young lady" instead of "bitch"?
Then you could have laughed it off, though. I guess.
Yeah.
So what he would have said? Oh man.
So
but here's my thing: if you speak to a person like that alone, I mean, I feel like he threatened her. That's what I really feel.
What about those times? What about those times where Big Jack came in here and was like, "What's up, bitch?"
Yeah, but he never said we need to be afraid of him too.
He told me that. He told me I need to be afraid.
Really?
Yeah,
I told you that?
but I feel caught on that shit, man. That sounds like a dude. That sounds like a dude who was trying to tell his girl, "Don't forget what I do. Don't forget what I could do you because I did this to you while you was pregnant." So don't forget.
Now it sounds like
he
that.
could also hold on. Okay, he could have said, "You're gonna be afraid of me too." He could mean that I could bounce. I'll be out of here. I could bounce. You won't.
Yeah, he could bounce. He could bounce her head
Blades,
off.
I'm sorry. No.
I feel like
There goes your payday.
She said the child was afraid of them as far as physically, and he said you better be afraid of me too, bitch.
I feel like
no, that's a physical threat, dog.
I feel like
okay. Well, there's one point
I feel
that
like this.
I was going to say before Ricardo finished his. The thing about it is they're saying that the news reporters didn't play the full tape. They only played partial.
Of course.
So when the NFL listened to the whole tape, right? They realized that they couldn't do anything on him. But I agree with Ricardo that the NFL doesn't need him to be guilty because they have done it before.
Right.
Look at what's in the old boy in Tampa Bay, in Tampa, like with that girl. He didn't. Jameis, yeah.
Oh, with the Uber driver.
Yeah. Remember, it wasn't even him. It was his friend.
Yeah. But she went after the one with money. She went after the one with money.
Exactly. So I agree with Ricardo. Ricardo is correct. The NFL doesn't need. I don't know. Maybe they paid him off. I don't know. Maybe they paid off Odell.
And let's keep this in mind too, Blades. If we never heard of any kind of domestic violence situation, I would have honestly have given the guy the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they was having an argument. He was just speaking crazy, but he has punched his pregnant girlfriend in the stomach.
History. He has a history.
How do you know he did that?
Because he got prosecuted for that in college.
Yeah. He got prosecuted for that.
That's why he didn't.
And he admitted to it. He had admitted to it.
Yeah, that's why he. That's one of the.
This is how I feel. I feel like.
But hold on. That's one of the reasons why he
fell in the draft.
He fell in the draft because
he fell in the draft because he punched his pregnant girlfriend. That's messed up. I feel like this. A relationship and what people say to each other in a relationship should not have any context to do with your job. If I've been through altercations with my baby mama and nobody at work even knew, you know what I'm saying? So I don't feel that just because you get into an altercation with someone, especially if it's not even if you're not even charged with anything, should have any kind of bearing on your job. I think sometimes people want football players to be perfect and they forget that they are humans like the rest of us. And I know y'all saying he threatened her because he's saying you need to be afraid of me and stuff like that. But that's not a criminal offense.
But when your job have policies against that, you gotta abide by your job policies.
But if he didn't break any of the policies, he shouldn't be suspended.
Well,
that's true.
That's up for interpretation. That's what we're saying. I think he did.
But the NFL says he didn't, and
I'm just saying I disagree with the NFL stance here.
Well, what's the policy?
I
agree.
Their policy? I agree with the NFL.
Well, they have a conduct policy, so it's basically a very open-ended when it comes to certain things. And again, like Blades have pointed out, they've suspended people for a lot less evidence.
True. You're right, because Ezekiel wasn't persecuted.
That was
wasn't found
that
guilty.
Elliott thing was horrible.
They said a woman got beat up in the club by some other women, but she turned it on Zeke, and Zeke still got suspended for 6 games. So that was
really bad. That like the NFL just seems to never get.
So don't let their past mistakes influence their current decisions, though. That was a mistake that the NFL
and Maul,
made.
I want to say one more thing, Maul. Hold up, Jack. One more thing, Jack and Maul. Then this why it do matter too.
And they are inconsistent. And we know that.
Yeah, but this why it does matter, though. Because at the end of the day, it's about bottom line. They don't want investors to put their money. That's why they had to suspend Peterson for the year with that child thing. Because Anheuser-Busch pulled their endorsement with the Vikings away. And that was $91 million.
That's why they changed their pizza sponsors when Papa John's came out to be racist.
But see, I will say this though, I don't look at that as a mistake. I'm like, you don't punch a woman in the stomach by mistake.
I'm talking about Zeke. I'm talking about what they did to Zeke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What they did to Zeke has nothing to do with Tyreek.
Right. No, I see.
No. But I brought that up because Blaze said you don't have to be prosecuted to be suspended.
Right, but I think that was a mistake. I think that was a mistake.
Well,
on the NFL's part.
all I can say is that someone paid off in Kansas City. Someone dropped some money in the commissioner's hand.
I mean, that is the one of the first franchises to merge with the NFL. So
true. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say this.
I don't think Goodell cares about that. I think Goodell cares about getting paid.
No, I was talking about what you were saying about the money. So they got money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I'm gonna just say this, man. If they truly didn't find nothing, I guess it wasn't worth the suspension. I guess
I believe
because I was wrong. I was dead wrong on it.
I believe personally that the threat was enough to suspend him for 2 games.
I mean, you better be afraid of me. Isn't really that is a threat, but it's not a threat.
But again, you gotta
get what he took on before the whole context. The whole context of
okay, I see what you're saying because he punched her before.
Wait,
no, that's
not even that. Yeah, like Cam said, she said, "Yeah, your son is afraid of you because." I can't remember, but she said your son is afraid.
Yeah. She said your son is afraid of you because of what happened, and he said you better be afraid of me too.
Who recorded this? Who recorded?
She recorded it.
Of course, she gonna try to make it seem a kind of way. Then
Jamal, are you not understanding? Jamal,
he's still responsible
for
his
own. Hold on, Cam. Of course, she recorded it. Hold on, Jamal. She recorded it. There's no kind of way that she's making this. When she says your son is afraid.
Did she file any charges about child abuse?
No, actually, the reason how they got it is that she gave it to her friend for safekeeping, and then her friend, like typical grimy people, sold it to the news to the news reporters.
What child abuse charges did she come up try to file against this man? If her son should be afraid of him, where are the child abuse charges?
Wait, but what does that have to do with what he said?
Because if he was really abusing her son, why wouldn't she report that? Why is it now? It's just all over a audio call.
Jamal, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of women who don't file charges. There's a lot of women out there who don't file charges.
Then if there is no proof, you have to let them go.
But you're talking about
Jamal. The proof is right there in the.
What proof? She has no paperwork.
But they didn't. But they didn't play on Jamal's
Nothing.
point. They didn't play the full tape. They should have played the full tape.
She has no police report. She has no paperwork.
But the child did suffer a broken arm.
The child got
it wasn't charged
away from both of them.
It wasn't charged against him. Just because the child got a broken, a lot of children break their arm. You can't say that was him.
But here's the thing: she's saying you abused the child, right?
Where's the paperwork?
Jamal, please. Where's
the paperwork?
Even if they don't, if really Jamal.
Where's
the paperwork?
So how come
oh my God! Let's move on. This is going nowhere.
If there is no paperwork, you have no paper trail.
This is going nowhere.
This is lawyer Jamal. Lawyer Jamal.
Hey man, I know how it works.
Before we move on, I just want to get.
Wow.
So if she doesn't say anything to the police, it never happened.
In their eyes, no.
In whose eyes? The NFL eyes?
In the legality of things, it never happened.
No, but we're not talking about legality because we just established that the NFL doesn't have to go by legality.
Right, but that's why they dropped the charges because there was no paperwork.
Right, I absolutely agree, but I'm just saying that the NFL, I believe,
but there's no proof.
All right,
okay.
So
on that note, on that note, I tell my wife she better be afraid of me because she won't get the thunderstruck.
That was just I threw up a little bit in my mouth on that. Oh man. Oh my God.
The NFL, man. AFC divisional winners.
No, we got to talk about Zeke. We got to talk about Zeke.
No, I don't want to talk about no more of this mess.
Melvin Gordon and Zeke.
You don't want to talk about the holdout? No.
Yeah.
You don't want to know about the holdout. He's a Cowboy fan. You don't want to hear about that.
Who, Jack? Jack a Cowboy?
No. I'm talking about you.
Better cut your throat.
So long story.
Why you saying me? And I'm saying
that was a threat. He said he was going to cut your throat. That was a threat.
I said
he better cut his own throat. I'm not cutting his throat.
So long
Yeah,
story.
and I'm saying, yeah, go ahead, though, Carter. Go ahead.
Long story short, Ezekiel Elliott and Melvin Gordon are threatening to hold out over
Running backs.
running back for the Chargers and Elliott running back for the Cowboys. Both stars in the star running backs in the NFL, right? Are threatening to hold out due to contract disputes. Ezekiel Elliott has 2 years left till he's an unrestricted free agent.
If he shows up by August 6th, he will be. Well, the 7th would be too late. It's the 6th, the last day he can show up. 7th, that's when he becomes a restricted free agent and gives up an accrued season of becoming an unrestricted free agent.
And Melvin Gordon, he has like 1 year left on his contract.
1 year left on his contract. Yeah.
Okay.
So here's a quick question. I'm sorry. Here's a quick question. If he shows up on the 6th, practice,
all good.
do what he got to do.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah,
but then the
good.
7th, he's like, I ain't coming back. Y'all go fix my contract. Does it still count?
Yeah,
no.
What happens if he shows up on the 7th? Well, he won't show up on the 7th. It's too late. But what he'll do, he could hold out until get the contract until week 10. If he wants to get paid for that year, he could hold out until week 10.
What I'm saying is, Cam just said if he shows up on the 6th, then he still can be able. He'll still have that. Whatever.
He
Unrestricted.
can still be an
whatever.
unrestricted.
So what I'm saying is, if he shows up on the 6th, like deadline says, and does whatever he needs to do, but then wakes up on the 7th and like, nah, I ain't coming back. I'm holding out. Does it still count? Will he still have the unrestricted?
I have no idea.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure he can't just come for one day and everything.
One day.
Well, he could, because I saw that. Who did that? Did
There's a loophole for everything.
What's
he showed up.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I just don't know.
That was too easy. I don't think that.
I think someone showed up
and
then
a lot of stuff. There's a loophole for everything.
Well,
he showed up.
Look, Zeke, just play your 2 years and become a free agent, or they could franchise tag you for 2 more years.
Yeah, well, the question I want to ask you guys, since we have a draft all together, all of us have a draft on this. Was it the 3rd or the 2nd, Cam?
2nd, I believe.
The 3rd.
August. Oh, it's the 3rd.
It's Saturday.
Yeah. So, are you and if he doesn't show up by the 3rd, and you got the number 1 pick, are you picking him?
Yes.
So am I. Well, actually, I picked Saquon. Anyway,
no, I'm picking Christian.
I'm picking Christian McCaffrey
or Kamara.
Well, put it like this: if
I'm picking Mark Ingram.
Please do.
Oh,
please.
Pick him with the first pick in the draft.
Please do.
Yeah, give me that solid. But
pick up that backup.
Like if Saquon or Christian McCaffrey isn't on the board, and Elliott was sitting there waiting for me, I'd pick him up.
I'm picking Hopkins.
I just get first pick in one of these doggone fantasy drafts?
I honestly don't feel like Elliott is gonna hold. I don't think he's gonna. I don't.
He's talking about leaving the country.
Yeah, I think he's gone. I think he's going.
Hey, I've talked a lot of things. That don't mean I did it. And
you ain't rich.
but look, he could leave the country tomorrow and be back by the 6th.
Yep, definitely.
What does that mean?
Definitely.
I guess so. Yeah.
You could also be going to Canada or Mexico. What does that mean? Like,
nobody goes. Okay. Nobody goes to Canada.
Oh, Blaine.
Hey.
The North.
That's why Canadians come here.
That's why Kawhi left.
No.
Are you saying that's why
Canadians come here because you guys are not educated enough to do engineering, computer engineering. So that's what.
No, that's not my path in life. I don't know that about engineering, man.
That's not my path in life.
So
it ain't Blake's path in life either.
But my word.
What are you talking about? That is my path.
Man, listen, man. My thing with Elliott, I think he's gonna come back. I don't think he's gonna hold out. And if he holds out, I'll come on and say I was wrong. But for right now, I don't think he's gonna hold out.
Week 1 Giants, buddy. Barring injury.
No, August 6th. He'll be there by August 6th.
Well, I saw today that your team, the Cowboys, got rid of that wide receiver.
Alan Hearns. We up to 20
the ex-Jaguar?
We up to $28.5 million under the cap.
Who y'all trying to
get? I say,
why y'all don't pay this man?
Because he got 2 years left.
They got no money.
We got a receiver.
Just because somebody got 2 years left on me. Well, I understand it from their perspective.
But listen, Brandon. Let me finish. We got a receiver with 1 year left. We got a quarterback with 1 year left. Come on, man. Just stay in line and stay on the par.
Cooper?
Cooper
Bro,
and Dak
Elliott
Prescott.
is 1,000 times more valuable than
But
Cooper.
Elliott has 2 years left. Like teams don't normally.
I understand that.
Teams don't normally give these players deals with 2 years left under their
Right,
contract.
especially
That's
a
just,
rookie contract.
Julio Jones had 2 years left. He still never got paid.
Yeah, I understand.
Philly did. Philly gave that quarterback that money, and he got 2 years left. That was.
But I don't know, man. Sometimes,
look,
man, you do want
I'm
to take
really
care of your
wondering.
own, you know.
But that barring quarterbacks,
who's the most important? But running backs are devalued as well.
No. I wasn't even going to ask that. I was saying, who on a rookie contract get extended?
Nobody
with 2 years left.
Nobody.
Who?
In no sport either. Nobody in no sport.
Well, the thing about it is I think there's other running backs that got extended. I can't remember who.
Gurley had 1 year left when he got it extended last year.
Yeah.
So why is Zeke so impatient? Does he think he's going to get hurt or something?
I guess he just wants that security, which I don't blame him for.
I don't blame either side. I really don't.
Yeah, but the thing about it is he sees that they're going to give the quarterback $36 million. That's what he's like. Wait a minute.
Well, yeah,
you're giving
he ain't never gonna get that.
No, he's gonna get $36 million.
No, I'm talking about Zeke.
Prescott gonna get somewhere in the 30s. I don't know if it's gonna be 36. That'll make him the highest paid quarterback in the game. But that's I believe he'll get 30. I think he would get 33, 34.
Yeah, but that's what he wants. Come on.
But Blaze,
hold on. Let me finish this, okay? The reason why they're saying he wants 36 is because Philly gave that cripple
Carson.
32.
Cripple.
Gave him 30.
I thought Canadians were nice, man. What?
That's what someone Varel said to me today.
That's the people from Ontario, not
32. He gave him 35, but he got the most guaranteed money in the league.
Yeah, but didn't he? I thought he got 32.
35. He got 35.
Okay,
he got 100,000 more than Russell.
That's even worse. He got 35. The man never finished one season. So what do you think?
I'll tell you what, though, I'd still take Carson Wentz over Dak Prescott.
Hell yeah.
With 2 years, you never. I would take Zach.
I'm just saying, if I was starting a team right now, I'd take Carson Wentz over Dak
I would
Prescott.
too.
Even
but
33 billion.
Yeah, my whole thing, man. The Cowboys got 28. The cap will go up next year. We're gonna have more cap room, so we definitely can sign Zeke, Dak, and Amari Cooper.
Zeke, just wait, bro. You're gonna get paid.
Yeah,
just wait.
If I was Zach, I wouldn't be if I was Ezekiel Elliott, I wouldn't be worrying about Dak Prescott getting paid affecting my money because they will find a way to.
They don't have enough money right now. He wants.
Why they don't have enough money? Though they got $20 million under their salary cap.
Yeah, but I said if they give him 36, if they give what's the name 36,
bro, we all know, dog. The cap counts from the salary that's from week 1 to week 17 goes against the cap. You can easily manipulate the cap with these cap manipulators, bro. You can give a dude a salary of $10 million from week 1 to 17. Just give him the rest of the money in bonuses and signing bonuses and roster bonuses.
All right,
Dak probably won't get 36 because that's gonna be the highest paid quarterback.
Dude, he's gonna get 36.
But regardless, if he do get 36, they can give him $10 million from week 1 to 17, which goes against the cap, and the rest could be roster bonus and signing bonus.
All right, so why are they doing it then? Why?
But here's my thing. I'm not even talking about this year. I'm talking about next year. Mm-hmm. They could sign Ezekiel Elliott. They will find a way to get.
Yes, and the cap will go up next year. The cap will go up every year.
They need to prioritize and sign him before they sign Amari Cooper.
But it's a reason.
I agree with that.
It's a reason
I think they should sign him.
I
think they should sign him before they sign the quarterback too.
Man, my thing, as long as everybody gets signed, Dak gonna be a free agent this year. So let's get Dak signed first. So at the end of the day, because the quarterback is at the end of the day the most important position in football these days. So let's do that, and then the rest will follow. But at the end of the day, bro, we got no money to get signed, bro. Like this is the reason.
A king is nothing without his pawns.
Yeah, I understand that.
I don't think he's a pawn; he's a rook.
Either way, they're nothing without the other pieces.
But the queen is definitely our old line, dog. That's what we based our team around, dog. But
put it like this: Ezekiel Elliott is the best player on the Cowboys.
Agreed,
right?
hands down.
But here's the issue:
running backs are devalued.
Not only that, their careers are shorter.
Way shorter.
Right.
So that's why he wants to get paid now.
I absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't blame him for trying to get paid.
I don't either.
But I also look at it. I go, he ain't gonna get paid.
Business wise, it's smarter for them to wait.
For the Cowboys.
For the Cowboys.
But for Zeke want to get paid now, and I get it.
You know, like KRS once said, bitches are free, but crack costs money. So he needs the money.
Yeah, my thing is like this.
That was
what in the world?
That was crazy.
Thunderstruck, y'all.
You've just been
thunderstruck. What the hell?
I am thunderstruck.
So what about Melvin Gordon? How y'all
let's
feel
speak
about
on Melvin right quick.
Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, let's move away from that.
I think Melvin has a little more leverage here.
Is he still on his rookie contract?
No, he isn't.
What's his contract?
He's still on his rookie contract.
Okay, guys.
He's on his rookie contract.
I live in San Diego, California. I used to go to San Diego games. I was a season ticket holder. He is not getting paid. They're not going to give him. They're going to tell him, walk, leave. They did it to Vincent Jackson. Do you remember when Vincent Jackson?
Yeah, but that's different. He ain't no top flight. He wasn't even top flight wideout.
Yeah,
Vincent Jackson was a type fight.
I don't think he never was a top 12 receiver in the game.
Hell no.
You go look that up, bro.
He could catch a good touchdown though. He was a big dude.
Yeah, he was a big dude, but his numbers was never top 10, top 12 in the game.
No, sir.
I remember when he got paid. All right, because I went to the barbershop. I was walking in the barbershop. He was walking out the barbershop. He gave me a dab, and he jumped into a brand new Ferrari. So.
The Buccaneers paid him. Yeah, the Buccaneers paid him.
Tampa. Because Tampa
they want that money back.
Tampa doesn't make good football decisions. We all know that.
But my thing is, I feel like Gordon has more of a leg to stand on. He's only getting paid $5.1 million this year, and he's only got 1 year left on his contract. If he chose to go the route of Le'Veon Bell, he actually can. So we'll see. To me, Gordon have more of a chance of holding out than Zeke is.
I hope he doesn't, because I got him in the league.
I hope he doesn't either, because I like Gordon. I want to get a share of him this year too. I like him a lot. So,
but yeah, he does have more leverage. Like
I'll tell you what, San Diego's had some great running backs over the years.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah, man. Natron Means was a really good running back.
Natron Means, and then LT, and
then, but there's a lot of running backs that came from here. Also, Weston came from here. Remember Reggie Bush? He was from here.
Yeah.
Santa Barbara or something, right?
No, San Diego 619.
No, he went to school near
Ray Mysterio
near me.
He said Ray Mysterio.
Actually, you know what?
Doing that wrestling reference.
He goes to my gym. He used to go to my gym.
Kawhi Leonard.
I thought he was from LA.
No, he's from LA. I'm sorry. He went to school at San Diego.
Yeah,
State,
he went
right?
to San Diego State. Yeah.
Right.
No, who? What's the guy there? Did he play for Houston? The running back. He played. He was a free agent. He was
what's his name? I think I know who you're talking about.
Come on, he got like 2,000.
Eddie Foster, Deshaun Foster.
Well, Arian Foster?
No, Arian Foster.
Yeah, Arian Foster. Yeah, he's from San Diego.
Deshaun Foster played for the Panthers.
Yeah. Oh, that great run against the Eagles. That was so awesome in the playoffs. Oh, my God.
Anything against the Eagles would be awesome to you.
Pretty much.
That run, he broke through like 9 people tackles to get to that zone. Oh, my God. Okay, man, let's
Who do you think he is, Derrick Henry?
Who you think, man? Mike Allstott had some crazy runs too, man.
Mike
Allstott. Wow.
Man, it's one game against the Saints, bro. Oh my God.
Man, you throwing out some names, bro.
And then also, what's the name was also from San Diego? What's the one that was a weed head?
Ricky Williams.
Ricky Williams, yeah, he's from San Diego.
Ricky was
he
nice
smoked
too.
his career away.
But he wound up coming back and was doing pretty nice with Baltimore.
And then he smoked his career away.
Yeah, he went to Canada. See, he liked Canada up there.
That's because weed is legal there.
Well, at the time it wasn't, but now he came back. I think he's a running back coach for some college. I think he's a running.
Yeah, he's all into that whole yoga stuff now.
That was a terrible move.
He seemed like he would be into that. He seemed like he would be into that yoga and holistic healing type stuff. Just he carried himself.
So y'all think Melvin Gordon gonna play this year or no?
No,
I think he's more likely to hold out than Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
I think they're going to trade him. I think they're going to get rid of him. He ain't getting.
They'll get a lot for him too.
I think he'll play.
I don't think.
Well, Jack, let's go on to these AFC picks, man. Divisional winners.
Go ahead, start off
picks.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, everybody, we're doing these AFC picks, man. We're gonna pick our divisional winners and who we think gonna make the wild card. I ain't gonna lie. For me, I'm gonna start it off, and I'm gonna go with the easiest picks first. I think that Patriots gonna win the East, but they will not be a number 1 or a 2 seed. I think they will be a 3 or 4 seed. But the Patriots gonna win the East, and now things get a little tougher right here. I think the Colts gonna be the number 1 overall seed and the winner of the South.
Oh, choke yourself. Colts?
The Colts. The Colts not in your division. Colts not in your division.
I don't like Colts.
He don't like
it.
Actually, the Colts have a really good.
Okay.
They got a really good offensive line. They got a really good offensive line.
I'm gonna pick the Colts. Yeah, I'm gonna just give you my division winners and who I think the wild cards will be. I got the Colts winning the South, Patriots winning the East. I think the Colts gonna be the number 1 overall seed. I got the Chiefs winning the West, AFC West as the number 2 seed, and I have the Browns winning.
Browns
winning the North as a 3 or 4 seed.
Yeah.
Now to pick a wild card team is very hard because I believe every team in the South could be a wild card team, from Houston Jaguars to the Titans. I believe the Chargers is the wild card team, or a divisional winner, but I got them in the wild card for right now. And I think Baltimore is a wild card team as well, but the Steelers being sneaky. But if I got to pick 2, I'm going to pick the Chargers. Chargers and Ravens. Oh, my God. Chargers and Ravens. That was really hard for me to pick.
Okay.
Because I really like the Jags.
I thought you were about to pass out.
Okay, well,
I really like Jags in Houston. Go ahead.
So are we all going to do our picks, or we just say which ones we?
Yeah, everybody go.
Okay, well, I agree with you. Kansas City. I would go Kansas City, either Kansas City or Chargers, either one. Whichever one doesn't go, they're going to be the wild card. The Patriots are going to win because there's no one in their division. You know. Who else is there? I think Cleveland also. I think Cleveland's going to be the sleeper. I think Cleveland's going to be a sleeper, and I think the Steelers will be the wild card. And I think what do you call it? The same team?
The Colts.
The Colts, yeah, because Colts the Colts are in it to win it. Their offensive line's like they're saying they're going to be the top 5 offensive line.
They got a good offensive line.
Yeah, and they're in it to win it, man.
And they got a good defense too.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Sorry, Jag. I'm gonna take the Ravens out and put Houston. I'm sorry, Jag.
Oh. All right, I'll go next.
I would say something, but it had to probably had to get.
Well,
beat out,
the Ravens. I don't think the Ravens are going to make it because they don't have a quarterback. I don't believe in that.
Here we go.
All right,
here we go. Take it. Yes, go Jamal.
Okay,
go ahead.
I got New England winning the East because, like Blaze say, maybe New York Jets, but right, exactly.
Sorry.
I mean, they do have Le'Veon, but that's not enough to overtake Bill Belichick.
They better get an offensive line.
Yeah. I got New England winning the East. I got Cleveland winning the North, I think, with Baker Mayfield in addition to Odell Beckham, Kareem Hunt coming back down the stretch run, Nick Chubb's coming off of his breakout season, David Njoku, and also Jarvis Landry. Then their defense was also decent last year, so they're a good team. I got Kansas City winning the West because they're always good. Andy Reid's teams are good in the regular season, and they're garbage in the playoffs, as I always say.
They choke. I would never.
I've always said that.
Me too.
I'm not a big fan of Andy Reid in the postseason. And the South, I'm a Jags fan, and I really want the Jags to win. But the Colts do have a really good team. But since I'm a Jags fan, I'm gonna take the Jaguars. You can't smirk with your sorry Giants over there.
Hey, no, I'm laughing because you said, yeah, man, the Colts got a really good team, but I'm going to take the Jaguars. That's why I laugh.
Know better. It's like, I know better. I know,
bro. It's a hard pick.
Bro, Jaguars one of my people I wanted to pick for the wild card.
But we need our offensive line to stay healthy. Because we have a good offensive line, especially we signed that guard last year.
But didn't someone get hurt? Didn't someone get hurt this an offensive line this week?
No. He just on an active pup list, just like some other players.
Oh, he's an active pup? Okay.
So I think we can overtake the Colts. We got Fournette supposed to have a bounce back year. Marquise Lee coming back. D.D. Westbrook maturing. We drafted a tight end in the second or third round. We drafted that lineman from Florida in the second round. We drafted a defensive player in the first. I think we'll be all right. Then we let that safety go, and we got Ronnie Harrison back there. And the wild card teams, I'm gonna take the Los Angeles Chargers and Indianapolis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who's winning the North?
Cleveland.
Cleveland?
Yeah, he said Cleveland.
Yeah.
You want to go, Jack, or should I?
I'm gonna stick with everything that Jamal said. I'm just changing Baltimore with Cleveland. I think you guys are really sleeping. I know for sure Blaze is sleeping on Baltimore with the quarterback situation, but I don't want to get him started. But
your quarterback,
as far as everything, I don't want to get you started. And
your
but
number one
regardless,
playing.
let it go. I believe everybody's sleeping on Baltimore. So I agree. Kansas City is gonna take that, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, Jack, it's hard. I like Baltimore a lot, but I just think the AFC is just loaded with some teams that just because I like Baltimore. I like Houston. I like Jaguars and the Chargers. All like wild card picks, man. I'm like, man, too.
But you gotta put me up there in the same category with Jamal, man. I mean, like Jamal said, the Colts has a good team, but I'm going for the Jaguars. Cleveland has a good team.
I like them more, Jack,
but I'm going for Baltimore.
Everyone could dream. Everyone could dream.
Oh,
you've been dreaming a lot with a whole lot of shit you say. Well, Ricardo, you go ahead.
Like everyone has said, you gotta pick the
New
Patriots
England,
to win the East. Until proven otherwise, they just got that on lock. The South, the Colts as well. Did somebody drop? Anyway, my bad. The Colts as well in the South. Now, in the West, I have Kansas City, and in the North,
you got Cleveland.
I do.
I ain't your friend no more.
I'm sorry. Look, here's the thing. Unlike Blaze, I think Lamar Jackson can be good. I don't know. I can't say he sucks. I haven't seen enough of him to say that he sucks. Like, he could be pretty decent. I just don't know. I think the tools are there for him to be good, though.
But Hollywood's gone.
But that's exactly what I was going to say.
And they just don't have a running back neither.
I think Mark Ingram is a good running
back.
I think he's a good running back.
Yeah.
Put it like this. I'm curious to see who has a better year this year than Leonard Fournette or Marcus Ingram. Okay. I bet you they're going to have very similar years this year. Okay, we'll see. We'll see at the end of the year.
Yes, sir.
I'm not saying that.
Is there a bet here? Is there going to be some money?
Well, I don't. I'm broke, bro. I don't bet money.
Yeah, I'm frugal as well.
I'm sorry.
It's a gentleman's bet. It's a gentleman's bet.
Indeed.
Hey, you call it gentleman? Nah.
Oh, it's a gentleman/thug bet.
Hey, never mind. I ain't gonna say.
But here's the thing. I think the wild cards are going to be really hard to pick in the AFC. In the AFC. So my first wild card, I'm actually going to go with Jacksonville.
Yes, sir.
As the wild card.
They got no receivers.
Yeah. But I think their defense is gonna. I think their defense is going to limit a lot of the work that their offense has to do.
And remember,
Blaze, their defense is going to have a bounce.
And remember, we didn't have a receiver 2 years ago either. Yeah. We had Robinson, but
But I think it's going to be close between
Houston
and Jacksonville for that wild card spot out there. And then I'm gonna put. I got the Chargers as the other wild card. I just don't believe in Tennessee at all. Nah.
They always lose in the first round anyway.
They've never shown that they can finish it out. They've never been a finisher to me.
Derrick Henry, I don't care what nobody say. Derrick Henry was a phantom. Like that was just.
He's gonna have to prove that to me again.
Actually, the coach and everyone's talking him up. They're all saying, they're talking him up. They're saying that he's gonna do he's going to continue what he did at the last half of the year. He's going to continue this year.
We'll see.
Hey,
you could talk up any doggone thing.
Right.
Yeah, you could talk up the Baltimore
Hey man,
Ravens.
they keep telling me Eli good, so I don't know. Man, I can't remember the name of the coach, but he keeps telling me Eli good and everything. So
Pat Shermer.
Pat Shermer. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Eli
Camo.
was good when he won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, but
this is NFL.
I can't even remember.
Not for long.
Blaze, who's your team?
Minnesota Vikings.
Which
Vikings
we'll be talking about the NFC next week.
Next week.
Hey, I know I don't like my quarterback. I admit it. I'm not delusional.
You shouldn't like your whole team.
So all of us pretty much got the same picks.
Wide receivers are real good though. So saying Minnesota
almost the same picks.
And the running back is good.
I had Houston as my wild card pick.
All of us got pretty much the same.
Yeah, pretty much the same. Yeah.
Except the people that are delusional.
Bleach.
And we can't sleep on Pittsburgh either.
Nah, Pittsburgh.
I want to throw Pittsburgh in a sleeping bag and slam their ass up against the street. But
here's my thing about Pittsburgh. I just don't think Ben Roethlisberger got it anymore. I don't think he could lead a team.
I don't think Mike Tomlin has it anymore.
I think AB covered up a lot of warts for Ben Roethlisberger the last couple of years.
Yeah,
I really do. And Juju Smith is great. Juju Smith-Schuster is
great.
But don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he's great, but he's not. He hasn't been number one yet.
Right. So I gotta wait and see on that.
Actually, I was offered a trade. Juju. Someone offered me Mack, the running back Mack, and Juju Smith for Beckham. In one of my.
I would do that. I would do that trade.
And one of my
because all I got for you is Tyreek Hill straight up, dog.
Marlon Mack and Juju.
Listen, I
would do that trade.
I don't want no Cam. I don't want no woman beater, no kid beater.
Hey, bro. Hey, don't forget, bro. About 10 episodes ago, you said you had Tyreek if he. You asked the question if he wasn't suspended, where would you have him at?
Yeah,
you put him at number 3 yourself. Same place I got Beckham at.
I know,
but now you don't want the man.
Yeah, because now he's tainted. Because you have
tainted.
Wow.
Because you have
wow.
I'm perfectly happy with him.
He's tainted because Cam has him.
I told you, I'll take him off your hand.
Nah.
But you just give me him and throw in a running back.
Of course, they rank is right there the same. They both go at the beginning of the second round.
I use this guy, Buddy. I use Buddy's ranking, and Buddy's ranking has my guy at number 3, and Buddy's ranking has your guy at what, like 15 or 18.
So, bro, I never updated the rankings.
I
never updated it.
Hey,
the rank. If you go look at the date, bro, the date was before the suspension came out, bro.
Well.
Go look at the date.
So let's talk about some baseball.
Oh, the Hall of Fame. Yeah, we can close it out with some baseball.
Yeah, we've been an hour and 20. Hour and about 15 minutes in so far.
Yeah, so Mariano Rivera made the Hall of Fame unanimously.
The
had
first
a pretty good
person
Hall of Fame
ever
speech.
to do that.
Ever. Not Babe Ruth, not Ken Griffey, not...
Babe Ruth was a racist.
Yeah. Most white people from that era were.
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't know.
What that had to do with him being in the Hall of Fame?
Not Sandy Koufax.
Well, they won't put
Nolan
Pete Rose.
Ryan.
They won't put Pete Rose in because he was gambling.
Hey, Pete Rose know the rules. I don't feel bad for him.
Nope.
He also had some other stuff going on that was unacceptable too. So.
Mess with them little girls. Too.
Yeah, it was deeper than.
Yeah,
it was deeper than just gambling.
He definitely
but anyway,
got some
sticking to the.
Oh right, Hall of Fame.
There you go.
Yeah,
easy to get sidetracked.
Who else made it in, Carter?
Roy Halladay, the late
Rest in
Roy
peace.
Halladay.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
One of the best pitchers of his era.
Derek Jeter.
He's the one that died in a
airplane crash.
Derek Jeter should have been unanimous too.
Well, the vote for him is next year, so we'll see if he's going to be unanimous. Yeah. But Derek Jeter said that Roy Halladay is the toughest pitcher he ever faced. And this is
if Derek Jeter says that, that means something.
He said, "I just never could figure him out."
Because he's a lifetime 300.
Isn't
absolutely
Derek Jeter the one who's dating Jennifer Lopez right now?
Yeah.
No, that's Alex.
Rodriguez.
Alex
that's
Rodriguez.
Alex
Rodriguez. My
Yeah.
bad. Okay.
I think they're engaged now. Too.
Yeah, they seem pretty happy together. I see him.
Yeah, he was. I think he was dating Madonna, but he upgraded.
Oh, that was a few years
ago. That boy
ago.
said upgraded. Man,
okay.
Hey, you better enjoy that ass. That's all I'm saying.
Better.
God,
you should get in the Hall of Fame because of that if you ain't already. I don't know.
Who you telling? No, they ain't
And,
gonna let him get in the Hall of Fame because of the steroid thing.
And then we have Edgar Martinez for
Seattle. He played for Seattle
Mariners.
with Griffey. He played with Griffey.
Yep, and he played a little with A-Rod as well.
Oh, yep, you're right. He
sure
did.
Time. Yep.
Russ Davis and them boys.
And then
Mike Messina,
Moose.
They put him in the Hall of Fame?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mike Messina. I believe he's a Hall of Famer, man. I really do. He pitched in an era.
He did.
Where everybody was freaking on PEDs.
Jason Giambi, Paul Romero,
hell, A-Rod, right?
A-Rod,
and
Mark
a whole
McGuire,
bunch of other
Sosa.
people who we don't know. Mark McGuire, exactly.
Did they put Mark?
No.
He is
Barry
so
Bonds.
not. I never thought he was a Hall of Famer, even if he wasn't on steroids. He was too one-dimensional for me.
I don't like those one-dimensional home run only.
He hit for low average. He didn't play good defense at first.
But he hit you 60 home runs a year.
Yeah. Nah. He wasn't. I didn't think he was that.
Like Barry, people think Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer before the steroids.
Absolutely. I mean, that dude had 3 MVPs. I mean, 2 MVPs before the whole steroid
He didn't even need to take. He probably did it for injury, huh?
And wasn't he a good player when he was with Pittsburgh? Was he playing with the Pittsburgh?
Absolutely. He won an MVP with Pittsburgh. Absolutely.
And that's when he was smaller before he actually bulked up too.
Yeah, before his head got bigger. Mm-hmm.
They won't give. If
you're on steroids, something else gets smaller. But I digress.
Hey.
Who else made the Hall of Fame, bro?
Lee Smith, the reliever from the 80s and 90s.
I don't know who that is.
Hayden shoulders, Jack. Hayden.
Lord have mercy. And I believe I'm missing one person. Let me think. Mike Messina, Mariano Rivera, Edgar Martinez, Roy Halladay.
Wasn't it a closer or something?
Oh, Harold Baines.
Harold Baines.
I did not think Harold Baines was a
Lee Smith, he was the one that held the saves record before Hoffman broke it.
And then Mariano broke Hoffman.
And then Mariano.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Sandman. Oh, I love you, Sandman. It's the Sandman.
But before Cam starts singing, Harold Baines?
Yeah, Harold. I did not think Harold Baines was a Hall of Famer. Not even close. Hey, if you put in Harold Baines, you better go put in Fred McGriff. Go put in the crime dog, Fred McGriff.
I gotta see his numbers.
McGruff, Chicago, Illinois.
Actually, Fred McGriff, I played against him in fantasy football.
Really? Fred McGriff?
Yeah, he plays. Yeah, he's on radio. I played in 2 years ago. I played. He has a league. He's on a radio. He has a radio station. He plays fantasy baseball.
Crime dog, Fred McGriff,
and
great years with Atlanta. Really underrated. Hey, and you know what's funny about Fred McGriff? He's about 4 or 5 home runs short of 500. If he had 500, he'd be in the Hall of Fame already. So
he should. Well, if he has almost 500 with a decent average and some gold gloves, he should be in the Hall of Fame, right?
I believe he's a Hall of Famer more than Harold Baines.
I got to see Harold Baines' numbers.
Yeah, man. When you get a chance, look up his numbers and see how long he played. He's like the epitome of a compiler. Like I want to say Harold Baines played like 20 years or something like that. I mean, this is an accomplishment.
I was watching the baseball game the other day, and they were talking about this, and somebody asked the other person, "Do you think Buster Posey is a Hall of Famer?"
Nope.
I do.
I don't think so.
Y'all talked about that before.
Yeah, we did. No, we talked about which one would we rather have in the prime of their career.
Yeah,
I think y'all wound up mentioning that about the Hall of Fame
Buster
too.
Posey
as well.
is Don Mattingly to me. 4 really good years, but that's average after that. It's not his fault. He got hurt,
Yeah.
But hey, man, it is what it is. But for those 4 years, he was definitely the best catcher in baseball.
Almost.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is these baseball players on steroids. They should talk to They should talk to Pacquiao and get some of that Asian medicine.
who up for it next year?
Next year's a pretty weak class. So you got Derek Jeter.
He's gonna make it.
Cliff Lee.
Ooh, no, he will not make it.
Pitcher for Cleveland.
Yep.
Okay.
And Philly. He won with Philly. He won his chip with Philly. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was with Holiday, right? Him and Holiday,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a couple other people too.
Cole Hamels was on that team.
Yeah.
Wasn't Oswald on that team too? Corey Oswald.
The pitcher?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he was on that. He might have been. Jimmy Rollins and
Chase Utley, them boys.
Chase Utley, yep.
Ryan Howard, yeah.
Ryan Howard, yep. That was a good team.
That was a good team.
Okay.
I'm trying to
we'll
remember,
see.
but it isn't a deep. It isn't a very deep. I think Derek Jeter is the only surefire Hall of Famer next year. We might have only one inductee, unless they let in Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens next year,
which they probably will not.
I don't think they will.
They're gonna make Barry Bonds wait until he's old.
They only got 3 years of eligibility left for the Hall of Fame as well, so the clock is ticking for those guys.
Oh shit!
But that is your Hall of Fame MLB Hall of Fame recap.
It's a wrap.
2019. Yep.
Next week we'll have to touch on the standings.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Things have changed. Me and Mario. Things have changed.
You remember? I remember way back when we first started the podcast. I was like, "Yeah, watch out for them A's." And
I said that too.
Ball said, "But they're in last place." I'm like, "Ball, you know how they do in the second
half?"
I know
how
and
Oakland
Ball
do.
said, "Oh yeah, that's true."
Yep.
And look at them now; they're in second place.
Man, look at the Giants, man. Yep. Look at the Giants.
What, 8 games in a row? I think.
No.
They lost.
Yeah, because the Mets
won 5 in a row. Then the Giants and the Mets met each other. The Giants won the first game. The Mets won the middle 2, and the Giants won the last game.
Yeah.
So they split.
Yeah, but the Giants worked their way back into like a playoff.
Yeah, I think the Giants had won 7 games in a row until the Mets.
I saw an alert today. They may not even trade Mad Bum.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. He ain't what it used to be, but he's still a good pitcher.
You know what though? His last 25 innings, he has a sub-2 ERA. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
His last 4 games under 2 ERA, and he still strikes people out. But
that is good.
We'll see.
Yeah, they got Jack to close it out today. You heard, man?
Hey, thank y'all for listening to the Sports Cypher, and tune in every week for another exciting episode with me and the rest of these clowns. But hey, the Sports Cypher is here, always giving the people what they want.
Thunderstrike.